I talk about on these calls mainly is from experience. Things that have happened to me, notes that I've taken over the last 33 years that I can pass down to you to maybe speed up the process a little bit. I know there's a learning curve when people get involved in this business, and all I'm trying to do is speed up the learning curve. And when you talk about the basic concept of building a business like this, it's pretty simple, right? I mean, it's really, really simple. You have to reach out to people, have a normal conversation with them, find out what's missing in their life, get the technology on them. If you're near them, you can do the demonstration, do that balance demonstration. If you're not around them, that's okay too, because you can send a video, and then you sign them up as customers or as associates. Now, let me tell you what happened to me this last month, you guys. In the month of October, I signed up 18. I signed up 18 new associates. Not one of them did I do a live demonstration with. 18 people I put in the business, and they were all out of state. And so you're like, okay, well, how'd you do that, Steve? Well, I had a normal conversation with them because they reached out to me either on Facebook or something. I came up with a reason to reach them, right? And so then I said, hey, it's been a long time since we've chatted, blah, blah, blah. Let's get caught up. Not even mentioning the business. And so then when we did actually get on a phone call, I never mentioned the business. I'm like, hey, how you doing? What's going on in your life? Blah, 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 blah. And then it came down to, them asking me, so what are you doing? What are you doing these days? Well, since you asked. But when I explained the program, the opportunity, I couldn't do the demo on them. And so what I did is I sent them a video of the demonstration so that they could feel the technology. So that's the basic building block of what we do, right? We reach out to people, we get the technology either on them or they can see how the technology works, and then they enroll as customers or associates or neither. So the concept is really, really simple, right? Now, the mindset in putting all of that into action is what people struggle with. And it really wasn't. And listen, guys, it happened to me too. It happened to me too. But when I got started in the business back in August of 1990, I was completely clueless. I had no idea how network marketing businesses worked. I didn't understand how they worked. And it wasn't until I started asking successful people questions that really changed my mindset. And it actually changed the financial landscape for me forever and ever. And what I would do is I would go to events and I would find people that were walking across the stage, and I asked them a simple question. I said to them, what would you do differently today? In all the success that you've had, would you do anything different? And I asked this question to a lot of people. And I'm going to tell you guys some of the answers that I received. And some of these answers I got from multiple people. And the number one answer that I got from successful people was they said they would take it seriously sooner. They would take it seriously sooner. And I looked at that and I said, wow, that is exactly what I did. Because when I got involved, I really thought that this was just going to be a supplement to my teaching income. And my original goal was to make my car payment. My car payment was $203 a month, and I thought, hey, if I could get a free car out of this deal, that would be amazing. And what I realized by going to events and talking to people, that this is way, way bigger than I realized. And what I want you guys to realize, starting on this call here today, that this is way bigger than you think it is. Guys, we've got an opportunity to create generational wealth. Now think about that. That generational wealth means that your picture is hanging over the fireplace of your great-grandchildren's homes, right? That's generational wealth. This thing is way, way bigger than we think it is. And we've got an opportunity to create that kind of wealth in a very short period of time. So take this business seriously now. Do it right now. And you've got an opportunity to set not only yourself up, but your family up financially for generations to come. Another answer that I got from people is they said that they would be more consistent. They would be more consistent. And you guys, the stop-start mentality absolutely kills. Like you start the business and you get a few people started, and then next month you take the next month off. It's like, okay, that stop-start mentality is going to kill your business. Momentum is really, really hard to get, and it's even harder to maintain. And so I always tell people the lifeblood of your organization will always be new people. And that's why I tell you what I do. I would never expect any of you to do something that I'm not already doing myself. And so when I tell you what I do, like last month, I put 18 people in the business. You're like, oh my gosh, Steve, how many people did you actually talk to put 18 people in? I actually reached out to probably close to 50 people. And I had conversations, like meaningful conversations with 23 people, where I, went through the whole opportunity with them. I sent them the videos, and of those 23, 18 of them enrolled as associates. And so, consistency. The reason I tell you that is I want you to think to yourself, oh my gosh, if Steve is still putting people in the business, maybe I should too. So the lifeblood of your organization is always going to be putting new people in, but you can't have that start-stop mentality. It's like when you bring a new person in, wonderful, celebrate that for about 15, 20 seconds, and then say to yourself, okay, I need to get this person started now, and then who's the next person on my list? It's like pushing that snowball up the hill. If you don't get that snowball to the peak where you can push it off the other side, you're never going to get that snowball up the hill. If you get it halfway up the hill, then you take a break, it's going to roll all the way back down. And so be consistent. Be consistent in building your business. There was an example that I used to talk about. It was the space shuttle, and I know I'm kind of dating myself here when I talk about the space shuttle, because the space shuttle has been, grounded for many years now. But I read somewhere that the space shuttle used 99.6% of its fuel to get into space, just to get into space. And once it was in space, you could just, they turn the engines off, and they would just orbit around the Earth. And they only needed 0.4% of the fuel to get back home. But guys, think about the power and the energy that the space shuttle would use to get into space. That's how you got to treat your business. You've got to treat this business like I have got to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Excuse me, because there will be a day when you can turn the motor off. You absolutely can turn the motor off, but none of us are there yet. Another answer that I got from these successful people is be more aggressive. Just be more aggressive. Look at this as a gift and be aggressive with people, all right? Don't be afraid to pick up the phone and talk to somebody, because you're offering them a gift. And if you look at it that way, then you don't really care what the answer is. If they say yes, great. If they say no, it doesn't matter. But be aggressive. It's like you sit back and go, what are you waiting for? Ask yourself that question. What are you waiting for? You've got a built-in list of people on your cell phones, your contact list, your Facebook friends, but that doesn't mean that you just call people out of the blue either, all right? You can send a text message to somebody and say, hey, it's been a while since, but never send a message going, hey, I've got something I want to show you. You're going to be really excited about it. It's like, okay, what are you selling me now? You can't do it that way. You've got to look for a reason to reach out to people, okay? But the question is, what are you waiting for? And I used to let people intimidate me. I used to sit down with them and they'd be like, all right, show me your little pyramid deal here. And I would get so intimidated by that. You guys, today, I dare people to tell me that this doesn't work. I dare somebody to tell me that the technology doesn't work, and I dare people to tell me that the compensation plan doesn't work, and I dare people to tell me that network marketing doesn't work. It's like, yeah, it does work. I've been doing this for 33 years. And some of you are like, well, Steve, that's great for you, but I've only been doing it for 3 weeks. Then use me. Use your upline. Use your upline as an example. Say, yeah, this is amazing. I know a guy that's been doing this for 33 years. He's made millions of dollars. Yeah, my upline's been doing this for 5 years. And she, quit her job and this, that, and the other thing. It's like, use somebody else's story. But don't let anybody intimidate you, and be aggressive. Guys, if we're going to go out there and create financial independence for ourselves and for our kids for generations to come, yeah, you got to be consistent. You got to be aggressive. The other thing that they told me was you got to stay plugged in. You got to stay plugged in. That's why you guys, some of you on this call every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I hear your voices. And I'm like, yep, those are the people that are making money. Because remember, you guys, nobody that calls in on these calls, they don't make any money. You don't make any money jumping on these calls. But everybody who's jumping on these calls is making money. They're building their business. Okay, so stay plugged in. And this is kind of, maybe you guys can relate to this, but some of the questions that I get from people, it's just proof that they're not paying attention. It's just that they just don't pay attention. It's like plug in, use the system, don't reinvent the wheel. Stay focused on the system that we have. And guys, the system that we're working with is we're trying to get people to director in less than 2 weeks. The company says, if you get to director in 5 months, I'll give you a $1,000 bonus. Like, 5 months? That's a lifetime. It's like, no, our team's going to do it in 2 weeks. 2, who get 2, who get 2. Everybody comes in with a kit. Boom, you're done. You go get qualified, help them get qualified, help those people get qualified. Boom, done. And we can do that in 2 weeks. And so don't reinvent the wheel. Do what successful people are already doing. And then the last thing that was a pretty common answer to all of these people that I was talking to was they said, just avoid distractions. Avoid distractions, avoid drama. It's like just you can't drag people across the finish line of success. People who don't do anything, they don't get on the calls, they don't plug into the system. It's like, don't try to drag them. It's like they don't really want to do it. It's like, take your positive energy and go find somebody else. But stay away from the drama. He said, she said stuff. I'm like, come on, what are we in junior high? It's like, come on. The only thing I want to do is reach out to people, get the technology on them, and ask them if they want to become a customer or if they want to become an associate. And I do it over and over and over and over again. Okay? So I hope that helped you guys. Take your business seriously starting today. Be more consistent. Be aggressive. Stay plugged in. And avoid drama. Just avoid distractions and avoid drama. And I think those little 5 points right there can change the way that you build your business. Because that's what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. I found successful people, and all I did was I just did what they did. And the thing is, when you bring a new person in, you want to get them off to a fast start, like right away. And I want to talk a little bit more about this on another call, you guys. But one of the things that a lot of people in our group are doing is they're having extra patches available. Like when somebody orders a kit, all right, instead of having them wait 5, 7, 8 days, they hand them an extra kit that they have. It's like, hey, take this kit right now. I don't care if you buy the $1,000, launch kit. Here's a $400 kit. All right, it's got enough patches in here to get you started. And when you get your kit, just return the patches to me. And so I'm going to encourage all of you guys to make sure that you do that. Make sure that you have extra patches on hand so that when your new person is really excited about the business, the day that they sign up, you can get them patches right away and you can start doing the demos with their teammates or their potential people right away. And guys, even if people live across, they're not near you, you can probably ship some extra patches to them a lot faster than the company sends them out. And so just make sure that you always have those extra patches available. And I'm going to go live on our Facebook page just to talk a little bit more about that today. But just think about that. If I came to you and said, hey, do you have a pack of all of the patches that I could borrow until mine come in? The answer should be yes. The answer should absolutely be yes, that you've got those extra patches to help me get off to a fast start. So I'm going to encourage you guys to do that. Have that extra supply of patches with you. Imagine doing that, you guys. Imagine teaching everybody your team to do that so that people don't have to wait to start building their business. They start from day one. It's like you enroll somebody today, they're out patching people up later that, maybe hopefully that exact same day. So anyways, guys, I hope that all helps. I want to encourage you to have a really, really good Monday today. Let me know if you need anything. And I will see all of you on the Opportunity Zoom on Tuesdays.